Yep, tubeless for the Husqvarna. I absolutely love this tubeless system. I'm going to set this bike up so I can run my low pressure. I got my Kenda Ibex going on it. And I'm telling you guys, I can't beat this tubeless system. They got a new system coming out as well. It's worth trying in the future. I don't have that one yet. This one right here, man, I love these things. This bike already has it, the gas, and it does really good. And I'm running a tube in here, and this is how I got the bike. Traction is not what I expected with the tube, and I can't run the tire down low enough without me worrying about getting pinch flats because I run real rocky, technical, rooty terrain. So I'm going to put this tubeless on, and I'll be able to run it down to where I want, and we'll talk about it when I put it on here, about why I really like this tubeless system and why I put it on all my bikes. All right, guys, so I'm going to take this tire off, and I'm using the stand that, if any of you guys follow Dirt Bike TV1, Jay Clark, you send him an email, he'll send you the layout for this, the blueprints for this stand. It's a freaking awesome stand. It works really good. It's really made tire changing much easier. So I'm going to break the bead for this one. I've already loosened up, let the air out, loosened up the rim lock. See, the cool thing is, like with this stand, you can really just lay on it. All right, so I'm breaking the bead. Now, the reason I really like this tubeless system is because I can run 6 pounds in the trails, and then when I go to, like, I'm in North Carolina here, so if you guys are running like Broxton Bridge, or if you're doing any of the road stuff, I can then change it to like a standard 10 psi or something like that if I wanted to run that. Just the ability to change your tire pressure when you want makes the tubeless system just a lot nicer for me, because it's just easier to do that. Where with a, say like a Moose, a bib or something like that, it just makes it like tougher. I was riding on my trails, and it's this steep climb. It's really rocky and rooty. It's got some really big step up roots. And when I was riding up it, my son with his new bike here walks right past me with his 6 pound PSI tubeless system in it. And because this bike, because I didn't have the tubeless set up yet, you know, I'm sitting here spinning tires and just losing traction unexpected places where normally I would just be able to just run right up it. After you've done a couple of tubeless systems, they're not hard to put on. They're just steps, and it comes with good directions and everything, paper directions and all that really make the process simpler if you haven't done it before. All right, so now I'm going to just dry the tire wheel up really good. I'm going to get this old rim strip off. It's a hard plastic one. We don't need it. I'm going to use the supplied tape. All right, so with the rim all cleaned up here, I'm going to drill my 7/16 hole. And you want to do that four holes over from your existing valve stem. So my valve stem is here. On the KTMs and the Euro bikes, 4 over is going to be where the rim lock is. So, see right there. All right, I'm just going to smooth out the edges, make sure there's no sharp burrs on there with the file. Now I got a full installation video that I did on it, or another video, and I'll put a link for that. So I'm just going to dance through this one. All right, so that all cleaned up, and I got the rim all wiped down with alcohol and clean. It's time to use the rim tape. And so 3 reps of that, 1 in the middle, and then you do, all right, so you can see 1, 2, 3. 1 goes in the middle, and then you want to go up each side right to that first little lip right there. All right, so I'm going to get that knocked out. All right, I got the tape around there in 3 wraps, the way I just showed you. I cut the 2 little little slits in there where they go. Now this is probably the hardest part for me, is to get these lined up easily. So we're gonna spray lube all over this red liner here, and I'm gonna take the bladder, and then we have to kind of space them apart. And when you space them apart, then you're gonna start to insert it, and that's the part that's tricky. When I put it in, sometimes they're not lined up, and you just want the valve stems to be straight towards the hub. So let me get a, they say to use like an arm roll or something. I like using the Honda spray polish. It lubes everything up real good, and it works really good. It's slippery when you shoot it with the soapy water. It works out real good. So let me get some of that. All right, so I got the Honda spray polish roll on it. And I learned that from a buddy of mine, and he puts a lot of tires on, and it really does work. So it's super slippery. All right, so let's get these lined up here best we can. I have the valve core removed from the bladder right now. All right, and we're going to leave the nut on this side here that goes on the inside of the rim, and I just took the round one off here that's going to go up to the cap when we're done. We have the tube tucked in here, okay? All right, so now we're going to find our holes again. Just lightly spin on the nut here for the low pressure. See what I mean? Like I'm off by like a half a spoke right now, so I got to get this tube slid over a little bit more. All right, and then we spin the nut on here just loosely, and then I'm going to get this all, make sure we're all good and tucked in here. All right, so we're going to start here at the bead lock, and we're going to work our way around towards the stem and spoon it on. All right, so with that on, we're going to go ahead and put our tire on. Now I'm using a beefy Tenda Ibex 120 massive tire. All right, so to get this in, they give you a metal piece like this. You put it on the inside of the tire, and it just helps you push the rim down in there. This 120 is so big, it just dropped right in there. All right, so we're going to start, it says to start opposite of the rim lock. Should be able to push a good amount of this in. All right, so after that, after it's mounted up, we're gonna get a bunch of water. I'm gonna just pry it down and squirt water in there. Try to get a good amount of water underneath. The goal is to get water in between the red bladder and the inside of the tire. Right. All right, then we flip it over, do the same thing on the other side. What do you think about this 120? I think it's going to be a overkill. Overkill.
We'll
I shouldn't lose traction anymore. With this Nuetech Tubliss now, and you shouldn't be able to just walk past me on these climbs anymore. All right, so after we got this all, tons of soapy water in there, take it off. We're going to bounce it around to kind of get it in between. Now we're going to inflate the inside, the bladder, the high pressure to 120, and then the outer I'm going to do to 15. Just to hold everything, help everything get set place. I'm going to put the valve stem back in. And we run it at 6, but I wanted it 15 just to help everything bead in. All right, now I'm going to set the bead lock. It's 9 foot-pounds or 12 Newton meters. All right, so I'm going to let this sit and probably just sit for an hour or so. Just make sure the pressures and everything stay good. But if you do the setup like this, you should be fine. Guys, I wouldn't recommend this setup if I didn't love it. I put it on every bike I have, and you're really going to get maximum traction with this, and be able to adjust your tire pressures to whatever you want. If you're riding on the road, you can put it up a little bit higher. If you're doing like a dual sport kind of race where you got to have some road gaps to connectors, and you can do that. All right, Tubliss is all done, front and rear. Guys, I absolutely love this system. Again, the benefits are being able to run low pressure when you want, higher pressure when you want. You can adjust the pressure, lower it down. The inner bladder is almost like below the rim, so you can really case things in curbs and you're not going to puncture it. You can get a puncture, flatten this thing and run it with zero pressure. Get you back to wherever you want. You got plugs. You can use a small plug kit with you. If you get a puncture, you can plug it. Little CO2 cartridge, air it back up again, and you're going again. I'm telling you, this system is incredible. I love it. Put them on all my bikes. Go Tubliss. Tepcocyclerepair.